AI logo makers have been promising to replace designers for years. Just type your business name and you will get a professional design logo in minutes. But every designer I know has looked at those results which they generated and they actually cringe. So the question is, have they actually gotten better? Are any of them good enough to be useful in 2026? I ran the same brief through three of the most popular free AI logo makers: Looka, Brandmark and Hatchful, and the results were generally interesting. Some confirmed exactly what I expected. Welcome back to Zestify Design. Today is a logo maker showdown. 3 tools, 1 brief and 1 winner. I'm your host Hassan and let's get straight into the test. The brief is consistent across all the 3 tools. I'm creating a logo for a fictional coffee brand called Brew. The direction is modern, minimalist, earthy tones. Think about browns, warm, creams and muted greens. The brand is positioned as a premium, sustainability source, single origin coffee brand. So let's see how each tool interprets it. First up we have Looka. Looka's onboarding process is the most thorough of the 3. It asks you for your business, your industry, your preferred colors. I selected warm brown and cream, and then it shows you a sample of logos from the other brands and asks which styles you like. That style preference step is actually clever. By learning your aesthetic before generating anything, Looka produces results that feel more targeted to your specific taste rather than generic outputs. The results for Brew are impressive, which is exactly in the direction I believed. The color palette is warm and earthy. One concept has a subtle leaf element that references the sustainability angle without being heavy-handed. And now here is the important thing to note about Looka. The exploration and the generation phase is completely free. You can spend as long as you want browsing concepts, clicking into variants, adjusting colors, fonts. The paywall only kicks in when you want to download the final files for the logos. For designers, this is free exploration phase, which is actually genuinely valuable. You are getting AI-generated brand direction and concept inspiration at no cost. And even if you build the final logo yourself in Illustrator, Looka's ideation can point you in a strong direction. I would rate it 8 out of 5 for quality, 5 out of 10 for accessibility if you need a free download. Tool number 2 is Brandmark. Brandmark approach is simpler. You enter your business name, a few keywords describing your brand, and your preferred color palette. No style quiz, no sample browsing. It goes straight to generation. The results for Brew are polished but feel slightly more generic than Looka. Brandmark excels at clean typographic logos. It produces beautiful word marks with interesting fold pairings. The version it generated with a subtle O and B monogram in a circular page format is generally elegant. Where Brandmark really stands out is typography. The font choices it makes are constantly more refined than the other tools. If your brand relies heavily on text rather than an icon, then Brandmark might actually produce the strongest results you have ever seen. The downside is similar to Looka. Downloading is behind a paywall. The preview quality is lower resolution than Looka, which makes it harder to properly evaluate the designs without paying. I would rate it 4.5 out of 10 for the quality. The typography is excellent, but the icon options feel slightly less creative than Looka. Tool number 3 is Hatchful by Shopify. Shopify's free logo maker, and this is the most interesting one because it's completely free, including the final download file, high resolution files, multiple formats, no paywall. The trade-off is quality. Hatchful's results for Brew are fine. They are clean and professional enough, but they feel less distinctive than Looka or Brandmark. The icon options are more clip artish. The typography is more generic and which adds an overall aesthetic like a corporate starter kit than a premium artisan brand. That said, for a small business owner who generally needs a usable logo right now and has zero budget, Hatchful delivers. It's actually respectable for the price, which is nothing. For designers though, Hatchful is probably most useful as a quick visual reference. You can generate options in 2 minutes and show a client a rough visual direction, and then go build something much better in Figma or Illustrator. I would rate it 6 out of 10 for quality, 10 out of 10 for accessibility and value. If you are a designer using these tools for clients ideation and brand exploration, use Looka. The brief matching quality is best, and the free exploration phase gives you genuinely creative direction. You are not paying for a download, you are using it as an AI mood board generator. If you need a logo with beautiful typography and you have a budget, Brandmark results are worth a look, especially for wordmark heavy brands. And if you generally need a free usable logo right now with no budget, Hatchful is the answer. It's not going to win you awards, but it actually gets the job done. And the real professional verdict, none of these actually replace a designer. What they do is democratize basic visual identity for small businesses and startups and gives designers a fast, free ideation tool. That's actually a win for everyone. So that's the full comparison: Looka for quality ideation, Brandmark for typography, and Hatchful for free download. Now I want to hear from you. Have you used any of these for client work, and do you think AI logo makers are helpful tools or they are actually hurting the design industry? That's a conversation I want to have in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for weekly design tool content. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye.